house next weekend, which is going to be an incredible Sunday for us in church. And what we wanted to do today was talk about some of the production things that take place in the service, which many of us will be unaware of. You know, like even here in the Leatherhead Theatre, basically, there's a team here of faithful people that turn up every weekend at 6 a.m. in the morning. That takes place across all of our 4 locations, because every single place where Hillsong meets in London at the moment, we don't own any of those buildings. And obviously, with Heart for the House coming up next week, we've got the opportunity to be able to step into our own building project in South East London, which is just going to be an amazing thing for us as a church. But we thought what we'd do is put together a bit of a presentation for what actually takes place at the moment on a Sunday. And so I want to set the scene as the band is building a little bit of vibes behind me. I want to set the scene of any given Sunday that takes place every week in Hillsong Church. And so I want to take you to 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm not sure if that's when you're doing your private prayer time and devotion, but 5 a.m. is when alarm clocks go off all across London. Basically, our army of volunteers are waking up, rubbing the sleep from their eyes. And I've got to tell you, this time on Sunday morning, there's no tubes, there's no rail networks. People have to battle on overfull buses to be able to make their way in to venues all across London. Buses like this one right here. Pretty much, if you can find a seat, you can guarantee that you're going to be sitting to the guy that no one else wants to be sitting next to. You know, the typical kind of Dave at the rave who's been out and about, dressed to impress, just looking all crazy and stuff after a big night out. Here he is. That guy, that's who you're sitting next to on the bus. And then when you actually arrive at the theatre, you get there just at 6 a.m. to see our big articulated Hillsong truck arriving here at the Dominion Theatre. It's so vast, you could fit 140,000 Jaffa oranges in that truck. That's enough to supply your 5 a day for the next 77 years. Now what we've got to do right now is a typical West End show would take 4 weeks to actually set up. We've actually got an hour and a half to do that. And so 6:30 is when all of our volunteers arrive from all over London. 6:30, and they're greeting each other with the high fives and the kind of those awkward sideways hugs. Let's just check that out right now. Here we go. This is not really a great example. It's an example of how it can actually go wrong. If you check out that schoolboy era going with the left arm there. It should obviously be a right hand for the side hug like that. Probably the greeting in this case is her saying like, how's your week been? Him saying something like, it just got a whole lot better. You know, that kind of thing. But our volunteers are basically greeting each other, waiting to go to work. And then basically what we've got to try and do now is this hour and a half's amount of work that normally takes 4 weeks. We've got to unload 3 trucks, 28 tons of equipment going into the Dominion Theatre. That's the equivalent of 540 donkey loads back in Jesus' time. I think this is just a shot from Mumbai and Vision Rescue. 45 flight cases have to be positioned, and this is now where our sound team get to work. They're positioning 22 speakers and 48 microphones all across the Dominion Theatre. Next, our lighting team cracks in with their lighting desk. It looks like a NASA space station there, but this is where the whole Dominion starts to begin to light up like a Christmas tree. I still haven't worked out what that is, but there's 320 lights that need to be set up. That's the equivalent of the power that takes to do that is 206,000 watts. That's the equivalent of 5,170 household light bulbs, or enough power to give a house, a 3-bedroom house, energy for a whole week. That's how much energy that we're talking about right there. What is this? It's the worship team. Right there. Got some familiar faces right there. Jay Cook, Rupert Morgan, Aaron, and basically Ingrid. Kennedy. Really worship with us today. Fantastic to have Ingrid in the house. Now we have to what was I going to say? We're going to have to unreel now 82 football pitches worth of leads and you know, kind of wiring and cabling all across the whole of the Dominion stage. There's 2.4 tons worth of screen that has to be lowered gently into place. That's the equivalent of 26 Gary Clarks being lowered into the Dominion Theatre. I think that's after Bikram yoga. 70 tons. That's the amount of scenery that they have in the Dominion Theatre that we're not allowed to damage, so we have to be very, very careful not to kind of scratch or damage any of that equipment. We then have, well, let's just say, moving into the Dominion Theatre and doing what we do every week. It's a little bit like visiting your friends and taking all of your furniture with you. 46 people, that's the amount in the media industry. That's apparently how many people are required to produce the media equipment that we put on the screen every Sunday. We do that with just 10 people, everybody. Come on now, next one. 9 AM. It's 2 hours left to go. This is pretty much, it's unbelievable. If I was to do this all on my own, it would take me officially 29 days to get it all done. But now we're into the final 10 minutes before the service is about to start. 10, the doors are opening, the hosts are giving it large on the doors with the welcome home. I've never seen such an attractive bunch of people smiling at everybody on their way into the theatre, and the auditorium begins to fill. 9 minutes, the stage manager's polishing up the lectern, it's gleaming like a mirror. 8 minutes, the worship team are praying out the back, it's like a second Pentecost out the back there. I think that's even, I can hear it's GA speaking in tongues out. Oh no, she's just speaking normally. That is how crazy, it's absolutely fantastic what's taking place. The sound guys have got the picture, the microphones, the stage manager's now changing all the batteries in the packs. The lighting team is going crazy. We're on 6 minutes now and things are really high up. The auditorium is going great. The hosts are having an absolute blind and the film is perfection. 5 minutes just to go and some of the crowd are already beginning to stand up to their feet. It's going insane. There's such an expectation for God to move. 4 minutes, it's a disaster. There's something taking place behind the AV. They just realised they haven't got the guest speakers. Scriptures for the screen. What's going to happen is, okay, 3 minutes, the stage manager's got it all in hand. He's just brought the scriptures to the back. They're just going to fit them to the screen before the service starts. But no, they don't know what version this is going to be in this New King James. The New King James, get those scriptures up there. 2 minutes is going absolutely crazy. The guest speaker's just requested a headset rather than a handheld microphone. Who's going to be that? Because the stage manager's a woman. A member of the opposite sex, and she's going to put that link down in the back of his shirt. He's going to step in and say today, it's Chris Nicholson in there! Oh my goodness, Chris Nicholson has just been in the wire behind the guy's shirt. He's all good to go, and we've still got just 1 minute to go. Wow, 4 weeks worth of work taking place in 1.5 hours. We do this all for the work.